Today is my strawberry pie. As you can see, what I've done is I already made my first crust because videos are only so long. I put that in there, and then I made my pie filling. The crust is 2½ cups of flour to 3/4 cup of Crisco, and then add just enough milk to make it into a nice working ball, okay? And that's enough to do a pie, okay, or 2 crusts. And then I made my strawberries. I had 2 strawberry beds outside, and I froze my strawberries, so now it's all thawed out. I added another 1/4 cup of sugar, which when I put it in the freezer, I already had some sugar in it. And instead of using flour, you know, that they do usually with apples and stuff, I use tapioca. And all it's going to do is just make kind of like a gel ball, a ball gel in there. And I prefer to use that instead of flour because I think there's enough flour in the crust. Okay, so what I did before I put my filling in, I put some milk all the way around because you want your top to stick to your bottom. And a lot of times when people cook, it comes apart. And it's because you need to prepare the surface around in order to put it on and for it to stick. Okay? So, now I've done that. Okay, now just push in. That way it won't over shrink. And this way here you kind of know how much to cut off the edge after. Just make sure it's all tucked right in. And lay it all down. Push it in a little bit. Then with a knife, I go around and I cut all my extras. There. Not much for extras, believe me. That's just enough to do the 2 crusts. Okay. Then to make it nice, I don't know, this is the way I like doing it. I put a little bit of margarine. Just adding more flavor to the crust. Not everybody does this, of course, but a little bit of margarine. It actually helps for, you know, usually the top will cook before the inside's all ready. So this kind of cuts down a little bit on that. A lot of people will put tin foil around just the edge so the edge don't burn. But when I do it this way, I really don't have much of a problem. Okay, then I do it with milk. And I gather up some of my flour. I need a little bit more here. And I go around with a fork. Just seal them. This helps to seal your edges. all in nicely. Because if you have sharp little ends, that's usually the part that'll just burn on you. Butter. There you go. And if you're not a diabetic or anything, I didn't use much sugar inside. This just helps to sweeten it up. After all, it is a sweet. Just a little. And then, of course, I have my trademark that everybody knows me from, so they know it's my pie, that I made it. I always, you know, because you do have to have a little bit of breathing, I always put 2 eyes and a smile. Because cooking for your family should make you happy. And they enjoy homemade cooked things. There you go. Cook it in the oven at 350 till it gives you a nice brown crust, and you're all set. There you go. Happy eating.